Good evening, good evening, good evening. I need to do this show. Otherwise, tomorrow is going to be extremely busy for me. I won't be able to do anything tomorrow. I would not be able to do the show tomorrow. So, let me do this show. Now that I have, well, not that I have the time, but I'd said I was going to do it at some point. Okay. Anthony, how are you? How you day, Jerry? How are you? How are you? How are you? Hey, what's up? What's good? I don't land. I never even rest. But I'm going to bed at some point. I'm going to bed soon. Hey, Tokwe, what's up? What's good? All of them they mark register tonight. Eh. Oh, sorry. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Yep. How is everybody? How is everybody? I don't want to waste your time. You see this brother wanna be journalist. Chude, whatever he calls himself. This wanna be journalist that runs his mouth. I'm sure you have all seen him. He does all these controversial interviews. His name is Jude. I think Chude Jideonwo or whatever. Sorry if I don't pronounce his surname properly. You see this guy. He's been doing a lot of. I wouldn't even call him a journalist because I don't know if he's. I wouldn't call him a journalist because he doesn't. I wouldn't. What he does, I would not say is journalism. From a lens of profession, I would not call it journalism at all. He's a very controversial guy. He does all these interviews. It's almost like, I would say it's more like a PR image mender. That's what I would call him. I would rather call him a PR. I mean, that's what I would class him as. Because he seemed to have most of the people that he interviews is either they are trying to clear their image or their interview. I would not call his interview educative. I wouldn't say that. And I have reasons. It's not because I'm being horrible at him. It's just his interviews, to me, I wouldn't call it educative. He has his targets, and then some of the things they say, you're like, okay, I mean, these are, well, why do we need to know this? So, I can't even place him. I don't know. I saw some people saying he's an investigative journalist. I don't know why people use English loosely, because that's not what they call investigation. I know he tried to do, I think he's in court for Desiani's case. And I remembered even watching some of the clips of the Desiani's one, and I was like, this is very unprofessional. And no wonder, I think if I remember, I think Desiani took him to court. No wonder Desiani took him to court. That is basically what he did with Desiani, is pure defamation of character. Desiani has not been, she's not been, she might, I don't even know if she's charged, to be honest. I didn't really follow their whatever. But Desiani has not been found guilty in any way. Desiani has not been found guilty. There's accusation that she did whatever they're claiming she did. But she's not been found guilty. Even the court that she's going to, the legal case she has here in the United Kingdom, is nothing to do with her office, her official capacity, the official capacity that she held in Nigeria. The court is they are taking her to court here on a different case entirely. And this is what I always say to people: learn to read, engage. Once you read, you get knowledge. And because people don't read, hence the reason why any Tom, Dick, and Harry, once somebody can just wake up under the mango tree and say, I'm a journalist. And that's the same thing too for these guys. Everybody is cheering Rufai up and Seun Okinbaloye until, yes, they are like local champions. particularly Rufai. I mean, I don't have anything against them, but when you put them side by side on ethics of profession, those guys do not measure ethics, and that's why they cannot stand in a global space as journalists. Because all you need to do is just compare what they do in BBC, compare what they do in Al Jazeera and all of that, and compare it. A good professional or a journalist, let me put it that way, a good journalist will always balance their views. Like Rufai, I don't have anything against him. The only reason why I'm highlighting him is just Rufai puts his own personal interest over his professional values. Like the line of job I do, they're not saying you cannot have political views. They are not saying you, I mean, there's nothing, they're not stopping us from having political views or stuff. But what we cannot do, no matter how strong my political views are, I am not allowed to air my political views openly in a professional capacity. I'm not allowed to do that. And that's why when you sign an oath of civil service, you don't, apart from even being a civil servant, in my line of career, in order to ensure fairness and social justice, we are not allowed to have political opinions. They're not saying you can't do it in your private space. But of course, if you do it in your private space and it impacts on your professional values, you will be struck off. It's as simple as that. So you've got to weigh the risk. It's just as simple as that. Because sometimes, obviously, being civil servants, sometimes we are called to be the council officers. What's the name? Yeah, we are called like those that count the votes. So imagine if I mean, don't get me wrong. As an individual, I have my views about the political stand, but I cannot put those views out in public because that's against my professional ethics and values. So I can't do that in public. You know, like my social media page, my personal social media page, you know, apart from just talking about general things, you will never see me being personal there. In short, I've not even been on it for a while now. Anyway, so you know, like Rufai, I remember watching. In short, I've heard his name, and I remember watching him during is he obedient and whatever when they were doing election. You know, I listened to him, and the way he was talking, I'm like, this guy is not professional. You know, it's very obvious that he's a supporter of Obedient. Is he Obedient? They call themselves Peter Obi's party. He's a strong supporter. He's not being critical. He might be, if he takes himself away from personal views or personal opinions, it's possible he might be a good journalist. He might be professional. But the way he comes, even the kind of questions he asks, he wouldn't dare to do that in Western country. He would not dare to, in short, he would have been suspended or expelled from his job or struck off. So when I hear people say, oh, Rufai is a very good journalist, I'm like, anyway, maybe the Nigerian standard of measuring journalism. Because it's not, to me, he's not a good journalist. Shewan Kimbaloye on his own is trying to form what's the name of this guy that does a hard talk? He's trying to form hard talk. But of course, at the end of the day, if you go front, go back, the next thing when you go see now, and they go give them, what did they give that guy? What's his name now? That guy that was insulting everybody when they got to power in Buhari State, Femi Adesina. One lesson and they go give them political portfolio. Everybody go zip mouth, they go waka. It's as simple as that. Anyway, so I'm just trying to like give you a comparison. Now, Chude, you might be wondering, why am I talking about Chude? So Chude, I remember he claimed to do an interview on Diziani. The things he was highlighting, I mean, there's nothing that he's talking about that's not in public domain. And then to now become very personal about it. The ladies, for all you, I mean, I am not a fan. I mean, those of you who listen to me, you know me. I'm not a fan of the Nigerian system. I'm not saying the Nigerian system is totally bad, because that's not true. And I'm not telling you that the UK system where I am is the best of the best, because again, that's a lie. Every government is corrupt. Wherever you find them, they are corrupt. As we dey talk now, if you are in the UK, you know say they draw Keir Starmer. That one no even know where they want drag and reach. 1 minute they are putting asylum seekers inside the hotel. Next minute they want carry them go barracks. All na money. Now money be the topic of the story. It's all about money. That's what the reality is. And now everybody leg they shake. Of course, in United Kingdom, you cannot sit anywhere and say because Labour won this election, next election they are going to win. That one a lie. Because people know their rights, especially those where they collect Obaba. Now then they even sabi their rights past those of us where they pay the tax, where they maintain their life. You know, so when person sit down for house too much, he go get time. Now he go know the headline of Daily Mail. Now he go read Daily Mail, read Daily Mail from page 1 to page 20, from front to back. He go read that because he get plenty time for in hand. Anyway, so this Chude, you know, I remember him doing interview on Desieni back then. And I remember Showore, all of them, Berusi Mike, she did this. Okay, fine. When you are claiming that somebody did something and you do not have evidence to back that thing up, it is called defamation of character. It's just as simple as that. It's just because people just, there are some things people do in Nigeria that it looks okay. And don't let anybody lie to you. There is law in Nigeria. Just don't if you get yourself caught up in the web of the system, that is when you know say law day. Forget all these their leaders when they dakudaji where EFCC go call, they go carry stretcher go. When they want to use the law, they use the law. There is law in Nigeria. It's just like United Kingdom here and every other Western country. There is freedom of speech. Why they say there's freedom of speech? There is freedom of speech, but whatever happens after that is freedom of speech. Is your responsibility. Freedom of speech, they carry people go where they don't know. Even in the Western country where they are saying there's freedom of speech. Even when they say that they protest, it get one way all of that they do. When government come outside, they say, come. We not say no protest too. If we now protest this protest, we go try una under terrorism. Kia olukaluku ko gba ewole. They not tell me that say make una no do freedom, make una no protest. No be. Anyway, so in the Western country, yes, there's freedom of speech. Yes, there is freedom to protest. But when you want protest, if you don't use Orikpekete protest, you go meet yourself for one. It's as simple as that. Even journalists, Fausat, how are you, sis? It's just like journalism. All of those of us when they stay UK, when they see what they use, what be the name of that that Channel 4 presenter? The guy, his career is 20 how many years career? He went in the drain. He went in the drain for something he did. So it's not, yes, nobody is saying you are not allowed to say stuff. But whatever you're accusing somebody of, you must have evidence to back it up. So in the case of, I remember in the case of Desiani, oh, she bought bra, how much? She did this one, she did this, she did that. And the woman carried them, the case is life. They caught now. It's not running helter-skelter. How do you leave Nigeria to go to someone's home to go and be stalking her? And you are saying that you are doing journalism. How is that journalism? How is that one journalism? Prince Harry, when they UK, I don't know if they are showing it. The news in the UK, they kind of filter what goes out. It's not all the news that we see within that goes out that they present when they are presented to the outside world. You saw Prince Harry, Oriade. You saw Prince Harry when Sun newspaper they bug his they bug his private telephone call. He carried them go court. When he carried them go court, yes, he won some part of it. The one that they bug is whatever. He won the part of it. But then there were also other parts that they had the legal right to do. So it's very I'm a journalist. Anyway. So today's one, he's been talking about. I saw his. I don't know if you people have seen it. I saw his interview. I don't even know whether his interview. I don't even know the radio and that he's doing. But he was talking about Ike Ekweremadu. Remember that that senator that is currently in a prison in the United Kingdom. Remember the controversial case where his daughter needed a kidney. The daughter still needs kidney transplant. It's not needed. She still needs it. And he went and basically, it's a case that has now been addressed. So apparently, a young person, they had actually gone and they recruited a young person. Is the recruiting of the young person was not the problem. That's not what was illegal. What was illegal was the young person was not fully aware of what he was coming to do in United Kingdom. He knew they were bringing him. They brought him to United Kingdom on pretext and deception. He was not told that his kidney, that they were looking to harvest his kidney. That was not what he was told. They brought him to UK on a benevolence level. He was not brought to the UK with the understanding that he was coming to the UK to come and for his kidney to be harvested. And that was where there was controversy. And that was actually what led to Ekweremadu being charged with human trafficking. That was what led to it. It's not the fact that he brought somebody to the UK that was a problem. He brought the person, yes. But the question is, did he tell the person what the person was coming to come and do in the UK? No, he didn't. And because he didn't tell the person what the person was coming to come and do in the UK, what he then did, hello, Melissa, what do you mean fake account get? Anyway, so what he did, he lied to they brought the guy on deception. So the doctor, like I always say, there's always a professional within our community. There's always professional within the community that aid and abet crime. The doctor, the immigration lawyer, all of them, the team of people that work closely with Ekweremadu, all of them, they jail. All of them, they jail now. All of them, they cool for inside jail. But the cocoa of the matter was, they facilitated the boys coming to the UK. Even his visa application and everything, it was not done on a medical ground. Okay? Anyway, fast forward, it's a case that people know. So they brought the guy to the United Kingdom. When the guy came here, he didn't have access, like every other person. He did not have access to medical care. He didn't have access to any facility. And that is where modern day slavery comes in. So he was going to the hospital because all the medical staff that were working with Ekweremadu, that they have been paid because they were paid. These are all public informations. They got their money. This is what I was talking about yesterday. I've been at this morning. Bam, 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 nimoyo. I no care. Make another person no shop. Bam, 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 nimoyo. Greed. When our people are greedy. Anyway, they shall carry the guy come UK. So they were managing his health appointment within themselves. Until one of the days, the doctor that was supposed to be in the hospital, one of their inner caucus doctor that was supposed to be, I think when I call in sick or whatever it is that happened. So another doctor responded to this young man. And it was in the process of conversation. Like if you live in the UK, you know that your GP, you don't just go and meet your GP and your GP will just say hello, how are you? Oh yeah, this is your medication, take. Your GP will want to have conversation with you. And that is they're not having conversation because they want to. We call it in-house assessment. Every professional you come in contact with, it is encouraged that you have conversation, because the person might be coming for one thing, but there might be other things going on. Anyway, so all of that, it was in between conversation that the person that was attending to this young man found out that he had no clue about all the treatment that he was listed for. And that was quite concerning. That was a safeguarding concern. So hence, conversation started, and the doctor and that professional had a duty of care to report safeguarding concern. That was what triggered the whole process. And Ekweremadu, apart from the fact that he's a trained lawyer, the fact also remains that when Nigerian government was fine-tuning, because every country all had to do a arrest without border. Okay? When it comes to human trafficking, it doesn't matter what part of the world you are in. Just like every country signed up to that Beijing, what's the name of that Beijing, whatever, that women say they are doing empowerment. They did that, everybody signed up to the Modern Day Slavery Act because it's under human rights. It's a severe human rights concern. So Ekweremadu was the one that led the team, the Nigerian team, to the UK. They signed it. They signed you, and that was why if you go back, I don't know whether it's, I can't remember, but all these things are all on public domain. The judge that sentenced Ekweremadu was very clear that aside from you being a lawyer, you were actually involved in the I can't remember what it's called now, inter-country whatever story, for modern day slavery between Nigeria. He led the team. He led the Nigerian team because they were, apart from him being a senator, he's actually a lawyer. He's just like Keir Starmer. The human rights story that he put around the immigration, that is what is haunting him now. And that's why you see that Kemi and Niger Farage, they are not allowing him to sleep in the day and in the night. They've become the principality of power that has fashioned against him. Because, when you're not in government, your mouth going to do sha-sha-sha, shu-shu-shu. Now, so they do for a pepe. Human rights has to shekinika. He has to human rights. He has to. Now, when he don't enter government, he still said the same human rights. Now, on the grounds of removal, now he can't remove because the human right that he fought for is now coming back to haunt him. Anyway, so that was how they. Anyway, so Ekweremadu obviously got sentenced. Himself, his wife got sentenced. However, the young man, the victim of their crime, the young man, by law, he becomes a protected person. Okay? And what that means is he needs to be safeguarded because his life is at risk. He's at a serious risk. Ekweremadu is a very powerful, what did they call it? He's a very, very powerful politician in Nigeria. He can scatter everything. He can make the person to disappear. We all know what they happen. Maybe we don't like give ourselves. No, but Queen Esther, if they had succeeded, they've already done a check. So I think, I can't remember, but I think they've already done a check. Because remember, they went to Turkey, not with the same guy. They went to Turkey with someone else. They actually wanted to do it in Turkey. They went with someone else. And it turned out that person, whoever the person is, the kidney did not match their daughter. Their daughter's one. Because it's a very invasive surgery. So this particular guy, they've done the checks and whatever they did in Nigeria. So they know that he matched. Hence the reason he was deceived. They deceived him to come. He came here on the grounds that they are giving him a better life. Just like normal whatever in Nigeria. Anyway, so this guy got here. And now, the Ekweremadu and the wife went to jail. But they have to safeguard the young person. And there is no law. The law is very, very clear when it comes to protecting a victim. This is not Nigeria that anybody can just I've been a gist lover, I've been a blog, I've been whatever. That you will see them, they will be showing explicit pictures. They don't cover the faces of victim. They will parade the face of victim. Hey, Omani Pompey, how are you? They will parade faces of victims. Victims are meant to be protected. Anyway, what brought about this video? What's the name of this Oloju Wonkoko? Chude. He did a documentary recently, and it was going on. He carried one until Oloyibo. He carried one until Oloyibo enter. Hello, Akitola Victor. He carry one until Oloyibo. Now that one begin to use nose they talk. You know, say for Nigeria, it's very easy to confuse people. We don't even know the one they do. All of them now they use nose they talk. Plus the one we come intro for 5 minutes. Now follow confone. Now they come begin to speak grammar. You know, they started by showing the Ekwuremadu's daughter. I can't play the video or the audio because there's copyright on it. So look, I heard of it. They were playing the Ekweremadu's daughter, where she said, I'm still pleading, I'm still soliciting for kidney. I'm still looking for someone, anybody that can give. Now one auntie Ngbeke feeling funky. Now that one come. I don't know where they go film the lady. Now that one say, God tell her make she carry her kidney, give Ekweremadu pikin. Say she dey see the girl for inside dream. In menene. Before you go there invest your organ, I hope you know it's a long-term healthcare care. Ekweremadu pikin stay UK, they find person wey go donate kidney give am. Now the UK where he dey, in health dey secured. Na NHS customer. I think she collects dialysis. Is it once or twice a week she say she dey collect dialysis. Na UK customer, na NHS customer na she be. Auntie Ngbeke feeling funky, we sit down for inside there where Ihoro where she dey for inside Nigeria. He say God, Holy Spirit, he tell her, no be Holy Spirit, no be doctor. Holy Spirit, no be. If you give your kidney to person, if you carry any organ of your body, give person, you need a long-term health care. So no be say make I go jump, make I jump up or jump down. Very soon, Holy Spirit, you will go carry yourself, go meet Jerieze. Abuna, you carry yourself, go dey meet fire on the mountain. If you carry your organ, go give person, you need long-term care. And before you carry yourself, go carry yourself, go operation, go do what you don't know. Make sure you know your health status. Make sure you know your health history. You are not just your own health history, your family health history. E be like all those nanamu where they carry their egg, where they go, they harvest their egg. They harvest their egg, they sell. They say once they give them the money, they will go do baby girl. They can use the money they buy weave on and wig. And you shame me. Anyway, now so that until he can't say Holy Spirit, he tell them, me I know they when Holy Spirit they follow them, they talk. Because this Holy Spirit, when they tell people, maybe they drink tea, they jump up and down, they wear 25,000 agbada. Me, I know they did. So now that auntie can't talk. Then next thing, auntie Olufone, because that auntie, she reminds me of Shafi. Shana Shafi be the name of that. What's the name of that lady, that Nigerian actress? Where would they speak misinformed phone? I remember spring. You know, say me I be omoko. Pandedian where they shop, you know, let me speak phone. So now so the auntie can come. Yeah, you know, we don't spray. Maybe na that phone and I cash brother should wait for your eye now. It is say he don't see it is say he don't open eye. Yeah, Shafi love me get na that one. The way the woman they talk, sometimes I will just look and say, wait till they worry this one. Hey, auntie me kalema. So now so the auntie come begin to speak Olufone. Come they speak for come and hear in short. Make I see whether I go see him for next play. No be only me go hear the phone. Auntie, thank you. Sorry, I didn't notice. Yeah, where he did? Spray. No be small thing, no. That auntie speak phone. I bet they came me go phone. I dey come. Make I speak. Dante, Afone. I dey come.
Going through dialysis at a significant cost to the family.
The lawyers. We agreed to every
over
his case.
Auntie Olufone.
Emotion.
Named him as a member of his presidential campaign organization while he was facing
here. This is a mother here. They saw Sonia as well. She did well at school. She was a good girl. Why wouldn't you want to save your child?
Auntie Oloribo niyen o. Na that auntie na dey speak. Na that auntie na should carry. Where they come, they do spray. She's a mother. Why would no one she's have a child? Until begin they use until begin they speak phone. Why they are talking about Ekweremadu's daughter? Oh, she's Ekweremadu's daughter. She needs kidney. She needs kidney transplant. She needs someone to donate kidney for her. Oh, these parents, they did what they had to do because they are parents. The person where born the boy where they deceive come UK. Na wood na born am. Abi the boy drop from sky. Abi the boy na on top tree they go pluck and come. Na question. Anyway, so Chude contacted Metropolitan Police, that is a police in England, in London. Chude contacted them, and of course, he also got information about the charity organization, which is what you call NGO. So he got the information about the charity organization that is supporting the young man in question, the victim of the human trafficking, of Ekweremadu's human trafficking charges, conviction. So Chude is now claiming that he contacted these people, the organization that is supporting that victim, because the boy is classed as a victim. So he said he contacted the young boy, the organization supporting, and they agreed that they were going to support his interview. They were going to put their voice on the interview, but they wanted to go through the questions. However, we're talking of serious safeguarding here. The young person that you're talking about, his identity cannot be revealed because he's a victim of crime. And this is why I was talking about them, Okimbaloye and them, Rufai and all of them, that, journalism, there's a fine line between journalism. There's a fine line between journalism and ethics. As far as I am concerned, this guy just wants to blow. He himself, one day, may they say, now he first break news, just like what he did with Desiani. I am not a fan of whatever they're accusing Desiani. Whether she did, whether she don't do it, me, I no follow them, they did. Okay? I'm not a fan of whatever they accuse Desiani of doing. But the point is, you don't go stalking her. An accused person is innocent until proven guilty. And so far, so good. In every court of law, whether in the United Kingdom where Desiani live, or any other country where she has property, they have not found her guilty. It is all allegation. And the reality is, if she go and do a disclosure today, allegation does not come up on your disclosure certificate. It is convictions that come up. Anyway, so now Chude he now contacted these people. So when he contacted the organization that is supporting that young person, because remember, the identity of that young person cannot be revealed. The judge is very, very clear about it. That his identity cannot be revealed. But Chude is hell-bent. He wants to know the identity. He wants to, they are doing everything they want to do. They have agreed to do everything to protect the identity of the young person. Why do you want to know his identity? Of what use is that identity to you? Of what use is that particular identity of the identity of the young person to you? Una won't go expose them. Make una carry, because I remembered when they did the case of when the news first broke about Ekweremadu's accusation. The picture the people were parading was not the picture of the boy. And that was one thing Nigerians focused on. The next, they started parading pictures. They were not even focusing on what Ekweremadu did. They were more focused on that young person. He will claim asylum. He will do this. You know, people are not so they were not paying attention to safeguarding. Let's even agree that is the face of that face that they were parading was the face of the young person. That's exposing that person to danger. Knowing Ekweremadu being well connected, he's a prominent Nigerian. He's an influential Nigerian at that. There is a reason why the identity of victims are protected. And for all you care, the identity of that boy might never be revealed. Because he has a right, under the Human Rights Act, he has a right for his identity never to be revealed. And so Chude, instead of Chude to even accept, of course, he doesn't even understand what safeguarding is from the way he was talking. So the next thing, what was he saying? He now came, and this had then the anti-Oloyibo, you see, the Metropolitan Police, they are institutionally racist, and because we are black, that's why they don't want to see us. They don't want to shake it. It's just like the radio and rather that one that they do for Nigeria. They don't want to speak to us. This is what they did in Stephen Lawrence. How is it related to Stephen Lawrence's case? How can you relate? How can you stoop? How can you be that heartless? Stephen Lawrence's life was cut short by criminal gangs. And because Chude does not understand, he does not understand safeguarding. He's got no iota of professionalism in him. Hence the reason why they can. How do you relate somebody? Somebody was trafficked to the United Kingdom on a deception that they want to harvest his kidney, his human organ. How can you compare that to Stephen Lawrence? That they pied in cold blood. How do you do that? But because Chude is so selfish, his focus is so much on if I want to break the news. Most likely he wants to be the one to break the news and then say I have seen the boy. Then they will, say Nigeria, we know ethics does not come to play. I will never forget when the case of Ekweremadu, when that Ekweremadu's case, the first thing I saw, people were parading pictures. Of course, it's not the picture of the boy, but they were parading it. That's to tell you how insensitive we are and how we don't take safeguarding serious. They were parading the picture. Look at the ingrates. Look at the kidney. There's nothing where they don't call that boy. Who is an ingrate between Ekweremadu and the boy? How can you deceive somebody? You bring the person, traffic person all the way from Nigeria. And all the documentation you used in bringing it was all lies. All information you wrote there was lies. And if there's anything here, thank goodness that guy was seen by a different person away from their clique. Who knows? They would have invested because they were going to do it on a private hospital. They would have invested. They wrote consent. They signed consent without the boy knowing that he had consented to medical care. They forged his signature, signed consent that he consented to giving his kidney. Until date, Ekweremadu is still not empathetic. Because the daughter is walking around, I'm still looking for kidney. Kiniko. Yes, their children are schooling abroad. But that poor boy, he probably will never have chances in his life. For the rest of his life, he's always going to live in fear. His identity will forever be protected. You're not even thinking about his wider family. His parents, of course, the UK government, I don't know how they will go about it because of course the guy is not so young. If it was a young person, I would say, okay, himself and the rest of his family, they will be well, I don't know. Don't let me say what I don't know. But the thing is, okay, you get to know the identity of the boy. And then the next thing, they will go and review the family. No be Nigerian journalists. The next thing you will see, they carry camera. They will say, we are doing we are raising awareness. I be not be Nigeria we day. Waiting the name of that girl. Waiting the name of that Miss Okpatayana. What's her name? Jos Adeton. When she carry camera, put for face of one little girl, that she said that the girl was helping her mother to go and sweep, I mean to go and clear. I know you know whatever. I can't remember what it was that they were doing. Let's even say you want to raise awareness on child labor. Must you put camera on the face of a minor? And so they carry camera. You will see that they will say they are raising awareness on child abuse. They go carry camera, put for face of pikin. Even people that go to DV, you will see that in Nigeria now, no say na face of victim. When I go carry camera, they look face of victim. They throw caution in the. Of course, where is even the caution in the first place? You need to hear the way he was talking. I phone. They are not answering my phone. They block my number. They are not cooperating with us because we are black. You supposed to be yellow. And the only thing is very selfish. All he's interested in is wanting to break that news. Oh, I know the identity of the boy. The boy is yellow. The boy is red. That's all he's interested in. And this thing that we always do, that our people will do, when you don't get your way, the first thing you start doing is, oh, they are racist. It's because we are black. That's why they are not answering our call. I mean, people need to pack this in. Envelope journalists. I mean, you don't see the interview for a person who call himself journalist. You don't see the interview where he do with what's the name of that girl, Mohbad wife. I been a girlfriend. I don't even know the one where they beat. What did they do themselves? Even that interview, very unprofessional. Even the one he did with Ekweremadu, what's her name? Desiani. The one he did on Desiani, very, very defamatory. Me, I'm not a fan of whatever they say she did or she didn't do. But whatever you are doing, you need to be very, very professional about it. Those of us in the UK, we see what they use Andrew IDC. Prince Andrew. We are not see what they use IDC. But in the midst of it, the media houses are very, very professional. Because it's very easy for you to be for a victim to become a perpetrator. It's very, very easy. As much as people are waiting happen, they right in front of us. All of us can smell, can actually tell. You can put 1 + 1 together to know that true. Whether somehow he do them. Abi, you say you no follow. You say you no commit crime. You pay the person 12 million. Pay the person 12 million for what? You say you no commit the crime. You have to give all your award as a retired Navy, as a pensioner. You were stripped off of that. How what other way do they need to tell us that you are guilty? Now you don't use important don't lead them to the stage where we say the house is entitled to, he's losing it. He's actually going to lose it. Nobody even say he's losing it. He's going to lose it. When person get porn, he knows a bit zip up. Now wait till they happen with that. You know, enough of all this. I mean, we need to start all this bad behavior, all these tantrums. And this is what I always say. When the system does not put ethics and professionalism in place, that's why you have the likes of the Rufai, that they'll be bouncing like a ball in the name of, they say they are criticizing. Nobody is saying Rufai cannot criticize. But when he's talking, you will hear him. Peter Obi is Kiniko. If Peter Obi was that great, why didn't Anambra State? Why is Anambra State not heaven? Why is Anambra State not heaven? Why does it need to be in the federal? Why does it need to be in central government for him to be able to make a change? When he was a governor of a state, he was a governor of state for 7 years. He did not, for 8 years, he didn't make any changes there. Apart from building brewery that was profitable to him and his family. Even the Tinubu, he did Lagos, he built Lagos, he did this, he did that. Okay, after building the Lagos, has Lagos been able to build itself away from the Tinubu legacy? The answer is no. So whether that he is there shouting revolution and revolution now, okay, fine. With all the noise and everything, what difference has he been able to make? Must you get to presidency for you to make a difference? Shebi they say they say they have their party. What's the matter their party? Shebi na here we dey. Where party members say money they lost. I be not be here we dey. When party member come outside say money they lost, when they fight themselves, say all the donation where they get, where should already carry pie shot. In Nigeria. Now only in Nigeria. Now only Nigeria now be. Only in Nigeria now we dey see orishi ready. And is there they are racist towards me. It's because I'm black. We don't know what the secrecy is in hiding the identity of the young person. Why wouldn't they hide his identity? He's a victim of crime, for crying out loud. He's a victim of crime. And that's what they do. The identity of a victim is protected. And in some cases, it might be protected permanently. In the case of Ian Huntley, if anybody, those of us who live in the UK, if you remember the case of Ian Huntley and what's the name? Maxine, what's that her second name? She's been released, but her identity has been protected. In short, her identity has been changed. And most likely that will happen with Ian Huntley when he comes out of prison as well. There are some people that when they go to prison, because of the nature of the crime they committed, their identity has to be changed for them to properly integrate and rehabilitate better. But in this particular case, Ekweremadu did what he is very aware of what he did. Why do you think they were heavy-handed on him? But because now brown paper journalist you are trying to meet your own needs. He's not going to do anything. Leave all those. Esther, this guy is just interested in what he wants. The guy he's just interested in promoting his own image. That's all it is. Or money. The guy, like I said, the guy is so interested. All he's interested in is, I'm the one that broke the news. I saw Ekweremadu. I saw the guy that the Ekweremadu, because all of them are even speculating the name of the boy. The Victor name that all of them are calling, that was the name that was the pseudonym. That was the pseudonym that was used. The name that all of them are carrying around is the pseudonym that was used for the context of the case. That name is not his real name. And that's how I can't even believe that this guy is so daft. He doesn't understand. He kept saying, we went to Victor, we went to this, we went to that. Victor is just a name it was a pseudonym that was made up for him. And that is also part of protecting his image. The only person that knows his real name is Ekweremadu. Ekweremadu and the people that facilitated, and I can promise you, the moment that case came to life, the moment that allegation was established, that the moment the charges was made and allegation was established, that young man's identity was changed. I can promise you, everybody that knows about how he came to the UK, they don't know where he lives. That's what is called victim protection. And that guy, for the rest of his life, he will be protected. I don't know about his family because he didn't come here as a minor. So I don't know. I don't know whether his family will be. Me, I don't know that story. But for him, he will forever be protected. And he's not going to have your kind of passport. He's going to have a different type of passport. Because that passport will always identify him wherever he goes. understand safeguarding, no go understand. Understand professional, and that is the thing. In Nigeria, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just say I'm a journalist. Òun ló dífá fún gbogbo wọn. All of them just come, they just talk anyhow, they just a yarn of pata anyhow. And the auntie Oloyibo, you know, this is what they did, you know, spray. When the lady just talk, I just imagine Shafi, because now Shafi, you don't know whether na English fish she dey ask, whether na no. Whether you don't know whether na wanna be Barbara, what's the name of that Jennifer Einstein, I mean how we call them. Anyway, let us understand safeguarding. And you see, professional, there's nothing wrong in understanding whatever career you are in. Learn to understand the ethics of your career. Because if you understand the ethics of your career, it saves you a lot of stress. A lot of serious stress is to save you. Anyway, enough said. Thank you, everybody. I need to go and sleep. I have a long day tomorrow. I need to go and sleep. But I just could not avoid this show. Tomorrow, I get one of our students. What's he done? One of our Nigerian students. You know those, this is how to come to UK. This is how to enter UK. This is how to go around in UK. What's he done? When you hear what's he done? Another one now. He come airport. They no gree make he go back. They no gree make he enter UK. He collect asylum. They don't give him asylum, give him paper, give him everything. He can't go Nigeria. The same Nigeria where you say they run away from. Say Nigeria no safe. You carry yourself, go Nigeria. As they come, they hold him for there. They don't agree make he enter. He go Nigeria. He go Nigeria for 2 months. He go do dirty December came early. When you collect asylum, you say the country where you they flee from, say you they come out because of Ogun Ife Modakeke. Now make you come out for there. They can't give you paper. You can't carry yourself. Carry your 2 left leg. Go the country. And you think say they no go understand. Say you go. You don't even go for 1 day, 2 day. You carry yourself. Go there for holding the 8 weeks. They know they start. I say when they come from airport, I hear they I hear the guy. I went to go and see my family. I say, you go see your family. The same you will say your family. And they tell them for there. And they tell them for there, say, do you not realize you sought asylum? You said Nigeria was not safe for you. The Nigeria we know they safe now. Want to gba passport, you won't gba. I want to leave Baba Wole Soyinka. Koloma bara efani ni Nigeria. The kind UK where we dey now around Kongaza. If you collect Kawosoke for UK and you can't go, if you go Nigeria, be whatever country where you dey go, can't say the kini Ologbeni, they go collect them for your hand at the point of entrance. To ba gbo ile lo lo tarara. No be say person die, no be say person kpai. Ile lo tarara, no be person kpai. Now go back to shebi na you said the place no dey safe. Like I said, tomorrow I dey come gist una one of our students. When we dey tell them, they no dey hear word. This one no be only say the guy daran. When you hear he daran, ó farabalẹ̀ ó daran ni. In case still they don't charge am. Ó daran. When you hear he daran. When you hear person daran, ó daran. Ó wá farugbo, ó dà pé from the way things dey go, ó máa farugbo ara fi ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Na serious ọ̀ràn ìdá o. Tomorrow no worry, I will come gist you wetin you do. Make I go find sleep. I have a very very long day tomorrow. I still have reports to write for the stuff I went to go and do. I never do am. Make I find sleep first. Tomorrow I shall come back. If I say make I do am tomorrow, I probably will not have the time. I might just leave it and forget about it. When I send that to me again, I don't see am, but I know. I say I will do it. I just left it. But when that concern, I say okay, no worry. I go kuku do am. Make I do am come up for road. If anybody will possible that should and all other brown envelope journalists, make una help us advise them, make una help us educate them, say there is something called safeguarding. Say victim of crime, they know they use torchlight, they find victim of crime. They are called victim of crime for a reason. Anyway, let us go and sleep. Ní ìní Olúwa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ dé Ebenezeri. I won't go dance like my miracle. I go see una tomorrow. Bye.